In this video, I'm going to introduce some more number systems that we'll use in this class. So to get started, let's look at the rational numbers. The rational numbers. Loosely speaking, the rational numbers are all possible fractions. Now, the official definition of rational number is a over b, where a and b are integers, and so that we don't divide by 0, b is not 0. So rational numbers are ratios of integers where the denominator is not 0. So for example, let's say a equals 10, b equals 3, then a over b is 10/3. This is a rational number. Now, one thing that I should mention is that all integers are also rational numbers. So let's see. Let's say a equals 5, b equals 1. This tells us that a over b, 5 over 1, which equals 5, is a rational number. All right, so all integers are rational. The symbol we use for rational numbers is a Q, but not just any Q, a special Q. This is the set of rational numbers. All right, moving on. Now let's talk about the real numbers. The real numbers, you can think of the real numbers as all possible decimals. Anything that you can write as a decimal. So all possible decimals. Now again, similar to what I was talking about with the rational numbers, all rational numbers are real numbers, but there are real numbers that are not rational numbers. So all rational numbers can be all rational numbers, all fractions can be written as a decimal, so they're real numbers. And but there are real numbers that cannot be written as a fraction. For instance, square root of 2 does not equal a over b, where a and b are integers and b is not 0. So square root of 2 cannot be written as an integer over an integer where the denominator is not 0. Other real numbers that are not fractions, pi, e, these are all irrational. These are all what we call irrational numbers. They're real numbers, but they're not rational numbers. The symbol for the real numbers is an R. Again, not just any R, a special R. Real numbers. Okay, and lastly, the complex numbers. Now, we really won't use the complex numbers much in this class. the complex numbers, these are a plus b I, where a and b are real numbers and the I is the square root of -1. And it's really this I equals square root of -1 that makes things complex, makes them the complex numbers. Now, just as I talked about before, the real numbers, all real numbers are complex numbers, but not all complex numbers are real numbers. So when b equals 0, a plus bi equals a is a real number. And that's some more number systems.